Alright, let's get going. After that, you have to do some glow. Alright, so you'll have a glow and in glow, inner glow, but also outer glow and inner shadow. Actually, they're very useful, both of them. And also different setup, just like I showed you earlier, right here. And after that, a little, bling on your picture. Though that one is poorly located, frankly. I'm sorry to say that. How would it bling on anything? It's got to be a corner. All right, this is super important, you guys. That little spark would come out of the light bouncing on a corner on a reflective, really reflective part of your object. Okay, not out of the black like that. Okay, that just look. Sorry to say that, lame. Okay, fake. So you want to really put it bling and sometimes try to accentuate something. Maybe right here would be pretty cool right here on the eye because I might do like a dot or something like that almost. Okay, so let's get going and let's play with that. So I'm gonna keep that one right here. I'm gonna double click that to change it to a layer 0. I'm gonna come right here, click right there to get my black. I'm gonna take my a little bucket and I'm gonna paint it black so we can see it. Okay, just like in the previous mini exercise on the book. Okay, click on the effects. I'm gonna take the drop shadow out. Okay, obviously because I don't need it anymore, and I need to have an inner glow. That's what you have in your homework is the inner glow. Okay, now if you look at it, let me do that. Let me just cancel that a second, so I have more space to show you. Thanks. That's right here. I always like to give myself a little bit of gray though, so I can work it out for selection outside it. Well, let me go back to drop shadow right there. Okay, so I can see both right there. Now you're gonna go. You have an outer glow that is pretty cool. You have an inner glow that is really cool. All right, you want to make sure it's anti-aliased, so it's nice and clean. All right. Now you have the choking size, the choke I mean, and the size right here. Okay, so be very careful with that. You have the classic different type of situation. All right, so you can do a lot of trickery. Find the one you like. Okay, it's a little bit of metallic red stuff right here. Let's play with that. Maybe choke it a little bit less. All right, you can make it in center or in the edges. Okay, everything appears right there. So if you want, okay, um, and you can make a new style. Okay, from your what you're doing right now, basically. That could be screen, that could be all the different blending modes. Try them, it's fun. Opacity also is fun. You can change the color also for whatever color you're looking for also. Okay, I found that the yellow was a pretty good one actually. That one right here was a pretty good one on most of the colors actually to give them a nice reflection. That's why they have that by default. You can have that also as a gradient. Okay, there is some weird stuff that can be done in the gradient that are pretty interesting, from time to time. Okay, well, let's stay with the yellow for me for now. Okay, it can be softer, it can be very accurate. All right, now I want also you have a range. See, go a little higher maybe, and the jitter on it. None on that preset doesn't do that much. Now I like the outer glow also. The outer glow I like to combine them nicely and really, really, really like that, for example. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have the glow from your actual letters, but they're actually creating energy just outside them. You know what I'm saying, you guys? To from the heat, and that's what it would be in real life. Okay, that's why I like that very much, though. That's why I do that trick all the time. There's an inner shadow that is pretty cool, also. That can be used quite effectively, also from time to time. All right, you guys. Now the satin, just go over and set it up with the color you want, multiplying or not. You can change that. You have a color overlay. It'll just overlay the color on it. All right. You have a gradient overlay right there. And the color overlay, it's pretty cool. You have a pattern overlay also, and you have a stroke overlay around it if you want to actually refocus your business. All right. And the stroke can be bigger, smaller, inside, outside. There's a lot of things you can do with it. Okay, so that looks pretty good like that. Let's look at your homework quickly. Yeah, the bling. Okay, let's do that also in the next video.